Welcome back to the Eleanor project, the GT500 build from Fanhome. This one is going to be a fun one because we're going to build a lot of the body. This massive box, this massive item I should say, came in, and I'll pull it out. Yeah, it actually came in a giant box. And it was just like bouncing around in there like ping pong. It was crazy. They need to figure out their box, how they box items and ship them. But it looks like it's undamaged. Number 24 is our book. And that's right. We got a big, we're going to be building a lot of the frame. It looks like we do have some fiddly bits. I believe we're even going to be putting stuff on the hood and installing that. Oh man. Hopefully we got, these were thrown in the large ass box separately. Alright, let me get this out. Film this on a Saturday. Oh man. I want to drop it. Okay, things are starting to get real now. This is heavy, all die cast. This is what it's all about right here. Check that out. Can I even get the whole thing in camera frame? Wow. This one's going to be tricky for me to film. Let me see if I can raise the camera up a little bit maybe. Give me just a sec. I'll adjust this tripod that I work around. And I don't know if we need to be quite that high, but wow. Let's see if I might do like a side angle here. Nothing but the best over on this channel. Got some, my coffee looking like mud over here. Folgers black, but every once in a while I put a little creamer in. I did a little creamer in the second cup. Third cup all black, but kind of made it look muddy. Just the way David Brown likes his coffee, muddy. Alright, I think this is going to work for us. Wow! Oh man, this is cool. Alright, let's get to it, because I got a feeling these little tedious bits may cause me some issues. Hopefully not. Alright, this first one. Kind of running out of space here. Look, you gotta have a lot of desk space for these. That's what's crazy. Alright, I'm going to actually think, set this to the side. I'm gonna put this towel out because we gotta start with this upside down. So I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but we'll do what we can. Okay. This is going to go upside down like this. Okay. This is going to be a little tricky. We got to do DSO2 screws, but let me look in this packaging. Were there any screws in this pack? Yes, there were. Fed down into here, taped up into there. Okay, good. Wahoo Killa. That undone. Alright, good. We got our screw pack. DSO2, so it's going in die cast. Normally I would dip the tip, but I had some issues with getting these to tighten up. I think I was stripping them out. So I may try to go in these, may try to raw dog these dry, see how they go in, because we gotta connect our front clip to this piece right here, the main body shell. Let's make sure I'm set up and ready. See how this goes. Load up screwed, and know what, I'm gonna have to turn this. Got this shelf on this desk here. I thought this desk would be perfect. I'm gonna have to set this chassis of the car down on the ground. But in reality, just my big folding table would have been better, because this really limits me on space, having that shelf there. Oh. Okay, how is this going to even work, man? I don't know. I gotta levitate this up into the air, I guess. Need something sitting behind it. Hold this back end up a little bit. That'll help me. DSO2 screw. Maybe something under the front clip might help too. See, in the awesome in the awesome book, it just makes it look like everything just levitates and sets into place perfectly, but not in the real world. I think this will work. Here we go. Yeah, this is gonna work out. Okay, we got 4 of these going in. Here, 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 and there. See if I can get that one snug. That one's snugged in. Went in. Oh shoot! We almost had a disaster. Again, going in dry on these. Sorry, Dan Scourge. But we ain't saying the thing. So that one totally was not even started. Okay, that one's snugged. That one's snugged. I don't want to even over tighten. Normally I can snug up the screws going into metal pretty tight, but at least on the chassis. Something about this when I was doing these in the last video felt like they went to a snug part and start stripping. So I don't want to do that here. I want it pretty solid, snugged. There's no torque or nothing on these. It's cutting its own threads. Kind of the nature of the design. As it goes in, this will be the last one in this bit, or this part. Ooh. Ah. Oh, my nerve just popped right there. Yeah, I got that tingler. Joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. But that is pretty solid. I like that. Oh, yes. Next up, oh, that actually completes this part of the kit. I'm not going to flip this over and reveal it just yet, because I do believe, yeah, on the next one we got to attach the scoops and stuff on here, so I think I'm going to want it upside down again. What's the next pack? Man, this one's exciting. This is getting me excited, because it's like my DeLorean build. There was a lot of ups and downs, years worth of tears, and then once it's done, it's like, man, this is impressive. And I'm starting to feel that with this piece right here. Now, kit 92. 92. 92. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, we got scoops. So I'm going to open this up. Hopefully everything's decent on camera. I'm doing the best I can here, but these vids have kind of turned into, if nothing else, me documenting that I actually built this. I don't know how much of a how-to or whatever you're getting out of it. Probably not much, other than seeing me struggle with things. However, I do appreciate each and every one of you who have clicked on this vid. And on that note, let's see. Let me take a hot minute here to say, give some shout outs. Cavalry Scout, Tactical, get into the comments. Bohemian Hunting Club, Old Army Vet, Dan Scourge. These are people. E-Bone is usually on here. Sometimes John Solar, and I'm missing somebody. For shout outs, where are you? I'm missing somebody. Salty Shellback every once in a while. And I guess there's somebody I'm missing. There's El Senda. Dang it, there's somebody I'm missing. I must have posted on an old ass video. Ah, there he is. Darren Duncan. Darren Duncan. Shout out. Alright, now that I've spent some quality time shouting out, thank you for watching. We got PSO5 screws. We'll do our side scoops. Lower right air scoop and upper right air scoops, and lower left and upper right. Okay, so I'm going to do, these go in, I hate this chair, squeaky ass chair, PSO5 screws. Let me get these PSO5s ready. Oh man, we're going to keep them over there. Get one loaded up. See if I can't figure out scoop, side scoops, upper scoops, air scoops. Looks like we got a fuel door. This one is the right, they are labeled. This one is the left. I don't want to be flipping this car over and upside down, over and over like they're telling me to do. Okay, it does have little nubbins that you can line up, and it has a left and a right. So this should be this one. Yep. Right there. And PSO5 screw. You're totally not going to be able to see this. Snugged. This one goes on the other side. PSO5 screw, holding it. Luckily my screwdriver fits up in here even with this long bit. Snug. And we have a right and left side upper scoop. These are going to be held in how many screws? 2 for some reason. Let's do these a little more difficult, like with 2 screws each. Man, I almost spoke too soon with this screwdriver fitting in there. Had to angle that dangle on this. but yeah, it's working. So yeah, I don't blame you if you want to skip ahead to see, because it's hard to see what I'm doing here, but I'm putting the scoops on. This thing's gonna be cool at the very end. Alright, this scoop on this side. One more. Then we'll do the fuel door, and that will complete this kit pack. And we got 2 more to knock out. Looks like some stuff on the front end. And we do put the hood on at some point. Okay, fuel filler door. This goes in. Hopefully everyone's having a great day out there, whatever day you're watching this. Alright, that goes in like that. Okay, cool. And let's see. I don't want to. This is getting pretty unwieldy, but this goes in. How is this going in? Like that. Yeah, like that. And then oop, 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 oop. Hold that there. PSO5 screw that I should have had loaded on the screwdriver. Now we got it. I could feel my hands wanting to be shaky, and I'm like, not today. Don't do it on me. And that one, don't want to over tighten that. That is snugged. Gosh, feels like I need to snug it just a little more. That feels snug. Okay. I guess worst case scenario, if you over tighten a screw like that on the plastic, drop a little glue in. Do it that way. I said it before, the whole point of these type of kits is no glue, no paint, and it's die cast, and it's huge. That kit is done. Let me see if I need to flip this car back over. No. Alright, next one we're going to be working on the hood. Then we're going to actually be attaching the hood. Okay, so let me kind of make some room here. Then I got these little boxes. You want to show and tell here? Just some bits there. Oh, I had them down here for G.I. Joe's, but then, alright, that's a torque wrench. I don't even know why I opened those up to show you, but yeah, that's okay. Alright, let's see. Hood. I gotta dig it out of my old box. Hood, where's the hood? Alright, this hood has been around for what? Since like the very beginning. It's one of those teaser pieces. It's one of those teaser pieces that they give you early on to get you enticed. We are going to be on 93. Putting some hood hinges on. Set this aside. And that's plastic. That's plastic. Plastic. Okay. Plastic! Boo! DSO9s. Let's get the DSO9s ready. DSO9s. These are some silver screws here. I don't like these silver ones. They're long, but they're tiny. Let me make sure I got the right. I have to swap out my screwdriver a bit. See what fits in here. Link to the screwdriver down in the description box. It's come in handy. These things are only like 12 bucks too. Very handy. You want one of these for this type of build, for sure. For sure, for sure. By golly. Alright, this one's going in. Looks like they're the same, but there's a little notcha, little cutout, and that's going to go like that. I'm going to try going in dry again. Tell you what, this is not going to be great because I've got to angle this screw. I don't even know if I'm like lined up. What the hell is going on? What kind of design is this? Went from being happy to what the heck is going on? Dumb. See, everything was going good till I got to these little bits. These little fiddly bits. Not even close to the hole. Am I doing this wrong? I think maybe I'm doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong. Dummy. That's why I wasn't lining up with the hole. Snugged. Not quite in yet. We got some gappage. Oh, might need a lube the next one. Oh, damn it. Why is the screw so long? Ugh. I can't tell. Yeah, I think that's all the way in. Okay. Den Scourge, you have got your wish. We're going to put a drop, just a little bit, just a tip, a little 3-in-1 oil, just a tip on this next one. Almost did that one wrong too. They're the same, but you gotta make sure you have them oriented correctly. Like this, like that. Okay. What the hell, man? This is difficult to get in there with this angle, but I will say that using the lube was the way to go, but then stop, because it doesn't like tighten up. It'll keep going and stripping out on you, I think. So I have stopped with it snugged and secured. I just felt like it would have just kept going until it stripped itself out. But we stopped on time. Now I'm going to get these little hinge pieces. And Got a 93F and a 93E. I got to connect them with DSO 8s. DSO 8s. That's a DSO 1. DSO 8s, these little tiny bastards. Get those ready. Tell you what, oh, we're at 25 minutes. In my mind, I thought this would be a 15-minute vid, but whoopsie. So these little hinges come spread out like that. I got to make sure I get the right one on the right side. These are side specific. So let me ponder this with this awesome drawing. And I think we're alone now. It doesn't seem to be anyone around. Wow. I can't figure this out. I think it goes like this. Well, I turn this like this. I think this one goes on this side. And this one goes on this side. Yeah. DSO 8 it in. That is the way it is. We'll go ahead and I'm going to do a light dip. Just the tip. Come on now. Go in. Gotta get a lot of in pressure on this. Snugged. I don't know. You know, is it supposed to hover in the air? What the heck, man? Don't know. I think it's supposed to hover in the air just a little bit. Snug that just a little bit more. Load up our screw. Dip the tip. So Star Wars Episode 3 is in the movie theater for like an anniversary, whatever it is. Is it 30 years? I don't remember. Debating on going to see it in theater, but it's like, I saw it in theater when it originally came out. That was pretty epic when those trilogies came out. But I've seen them in theater. So if you weren't around for the originals, and let's just say I was, but I was young. I've been told I was at the theater for all of them, to include, same with Star Trek movies. However, I don't really remember like seeing episode, like the original Star Wars in theater, because I was so young. So it is a cool experience to see a George Lucas Star Wars in theater. Episode 3 is pretty good. You get to see Obi-Wan defeating Anakin, aka Darth Vader, when he went to the dark side. First time, because to me Obi-Wan is really the best Jedi. He may not be the most powerful, but he utilizes his training and his skill set to the maximum. He has his flaws, like him cutting himself off from the Force after the events that played out in Episode 3, where he thought he had killed Anakin. You know, he should have just finished the job, but he walked away thinking the lava's gonna burn him up and he'll die from that. Didn't happen. Emperor came and saved him. So Kenobi series is pretty good. You get to experience, once he rejoins with the Force, you get to see his true power, Obi-Wan. But again, he doesn't finish the job. And then in A New Hope, the original Star Wars, old Obi-Wan just kind of gives up, and they really shortchange this on the fight scene with him. I like the reimagined version that's on the internet out there, where you see Obi-Wan fighting in the hallways. It's pretty good. And then it clips into the final scene that you see in the original movie, but hey, fan fiction. We're gonna grab some screws. So do you like Star Wars or Star Trek better? I like Trek better, but I still like Star Wars. I like all sci-fi, actually, for the most part. PSO 8. I'm gonna get my PSO 8s ready. PSO 8. What else in theater right now? Oh, Accountant 2. Thought about going to see that in theater with Ben Affleck and was it John Berthal? I think his name is. The guy who plays the Punisher in the Punisher series. He's pretty cool. But I don't know if I want to spend that cash, man. It's so expensive to see a movie in theater. But looks like these springs are tame. So I don't know if it matters on orientation, but we gotta slip one in there. That's why you want that hovering. And then I got ahead of myself. Oh, I got ahead of myself. I got to put these little plastic brackets in first. These are going to go in with some PS19s. P for plastic, so we won't have to lube up at least. Okay, let me get that ready. PS19s. These, we got a right and a left side. I got my hood upside down, so this should be on this side. And that makes total sense. That goes in like that. That goes in. I wonder. Oh man. Okay. So this is kind of weird because I guess the whole hinge assembly is going to go up that. That's going to give you like a limited number of ups and downs, I think, because this screw is not a pivot screw. What a dumbass design. Note to self. But I don't know. Okay, gotta line those up. What a bunch of crap. Okay. Get these screws loaded up. Oh, that was a tiny ass head. Switching bits. Fudge. Except it didn't say fudge. Fudge. Non-magnetic screw. Oh, come on. I don't know how tight those need to be. Instructions don't tell you. This whole thing has got to move. So I don't know. Fudge! Come on. Annoying. So I'm going to get them both started and then tighten them to where it looks like they'll still move. Be able to slide up and down. This is a hinging mechanism. A little tighter. like that, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so that's how that's gotta be able to operate. So it's a dumbass design. This is just a dumbass design. I'll tighten that side up more. This is just like the most terrible design I've ever seen for a part and mechanism. That has to slide and move. Because you saw, I mean, we screwed this into the metal. It cut its own thread. So now, you know, is it going to eventually loosen that screw up? It looks like the... Okay. It looks like it's, the way I've got it, maybe by sheer luck, the screw head is staying in place and there's enough. So I guess make sure you don't tighten this, the screw right here all the way, because you want it to be able to slide but not be unstable. You want it to be able to move without loosening the screw head up. Okay, that's working out. Okay, I got lucky, I guess. Let's do this side. Who would have thought this would be so tedious? Oh, Fanhome. Still, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be super cool. I'm nearing the end of season 3 of The Expanse. You know, like I said before, I watched it once when it first came out. Actually, I think I binge watched like the first couple of seasons, and then I caught up and then watched them. But I had to watch them on my little computer. Now I'm rewatching them finally. So there's been enough time passed. I kind of forgot a lot of stuff other than the overall arch, but I think season 3 may be the longest. It's about, I think there's about 10 episodes per season, but I think season 3 has more. And then the very last season, season 6, is kind of short. So it kind of averages out, but I'm towards the end of season 3 and it gets pretty insane. It's like, whoa, we just took a turn, an unexpected turn. So it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it again. Okay, I think that's going to work out. I think we have successfully done that. Now we got to get the springs on. So it's going to hook on that side. Oh man, okay. Okay. I got to use my muscles. Stretch that spring over. I think I want to go... Yeah, I think that's it. Now what am I supposed to be using here? I opened them up earlier. PSO 8s, I think that's what I got here. No. Are these the PSO 8s I opened? Jeez, I think it is. They look like they would be it. Yeah, they're coarse thread with a large head, large mushroom, built-in washer type head, which makes sense to hold the spring in place. Problem is getting this to where I can actually screw it in and what the hell? Guess I went in kind of crookily. Oh, get a bigger screwdriver head. That's better. Bigger bit. There we go. That one's done. That one's in. Okay, and that's going to help hold. That'll hold that spring, that hinge up, I guess, the hood up. We're at 40 minutes. Gosh, can we make this under an hour, please? Next spring. Holy moly. Come on. Yeah, almost. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but okay, there we go. Well, I guess if I actually open the hood up, the hinge up, would have been easier instead of me trying to fight it while I was down. Dummy. Put the screw in. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm over here trying to fight it when it's in the down position. Move it to the up position. It'd be easier. Note to you, if you're building this. What I got these screws for? Got a bunch of these DS1s. Oh, DS1s. Okay, we're going to install the hood. Sweet! We're using DS1s, so let's flip our body around. This has to angle in somehow, like that. Twist it into place. Make sure the hood's on the correct side, though. What a janky setup. Am I doing that right? I don't think I'm doing that right. I think I'm totally not doing that right. I mean, it does show these brackets on the underside. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, that fits down on there. Okay. Let's do it to it like Pruitt would do it. To it. DSO1s. Should I lube up? Should I lube up, then scourge? Yes. We'll dip tip. 3-in-1 oil. And 2 on each side. Start that one. Do the next one. I think I might need to close the hood, maybe. Dip tip. Get this other one started. Then I think I'll close the hood and try to tighten these. More better. Let me get both brackets kind of started and run down. See what I'm doing there? Sorta. Oh man, watching some Crash Test Goat earlier this morning. Of course, I start off with my coffee walk like I do on Saturdays. Made omelets this morning for me and the boy, and some cinnamon toast and some sausage on the side. That was good. Watch Coffee Walk. Close this hood. Put this under it. I don't want a cushion under it. Give me a sec. I don't want to scratch me hood up. Got some felt. I'll put under this as I bump you all around. There we go. More better. Snug these down. Anyway, I was watching Crash Test Goat. He has really good motorcycle footage. Driving around Houston, doing stuff that I'll never be able to do. High level riding skill. Goodbye. Of course, YouTube keeps pulling his channels down, and he keeps having to make different channels. I mean, you can't just, watch cool videos anymore. They want to pull everything down. It's annoying. But he does live streams and stuff with chats where he talk about stuff. Pretty cool, dude. If you like sport bikes and motorcycles in general, but he's more a sport bike person. That is done. Now we got to put our final stuff on, washer fluid pump and hood locks, and this whole box will be done. It's going to be a fiddly bit kit. So I'm going to keep this, I just spit on this, I'm going to keep this set up like this maybe. I might bring y'all down a little lower, I don't know. This pack looks pretty small, but it's going to be quite fiddly. 47 minutes, can we get you out of here before an hour's up and we almost lost a piece? Dump out our parts carefully. So I'm always losing parts. Notes, just a hand check up under here. Sometimes if you're missing parts, they'll put things up in this compartment and they shouldn't. You wind up ordering a kit. Tell them you got missing stuff, and then you realize it was up under there. Just saying. Okay, so we got hood pins. Alright, let's see. What are we doing here? Let's get this done, get y'all out of here. We are doing 90 windshield washer tank filler and connector first. This piece, and looks like this little bit. Looks like a push-in affair. It's got a round and a flat end. So that pushes in like that. Okay. That part's done. This assembly here, and this bracket, this piece here, I don't know what these parts are. They're all part of the windshield washer stuff. 94A windshield washer pump. It's going to go in and get, of course, instead of being all push in, we got to start screwing stuff in. This gets screwed in with PS12. Let me get PS12 ready. That's a 14. That's a 17. That's a DS06. PS12, little tiny ass screws that I'm got to be careful not to lose. Ooh, that rhymed. That rhyme? It felt like it rhymed. I don't rhyme every time. Got one out, got two out. Switching to the tiny bit. Let me put this Wahoo Killer over here before I slicey dicey my finger. Don't want gravity to reverse, you know. That thing come at me. Dangerous. I don't think they can have those knives in New York. Joey Cuz, can you have these Wahoo Killers in New York? New York City? Maybe in state. Outside the city. How does this go in? think it goes in like this. Jeez, what a dumbass design. Why couldn't this be like a push in, clip in? Just lost my screw. Come on, Joey. I should name my screwdriver Joey, since he's never around. Miss Joey on YouTube. R.I.P. Joey. Just kidding. He's still alive and with us. Saw him on a live stream. E-Boom locked and loaded on Rumble last night. We were pondering the mysteries of surgeries. This is a pain in the ass. Alright, screwed and snugged. There we go. That assembly looks like that. And now it's going to go into the car. I'm going to keep my car flipped over because they're having me, they're like, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over. Nope. So I got to figure this out upside down. So this will be on the passenger side. And it go. This don't make any sense. Oh. Oh, it goes down here. Looks like it goes like that. That's weird. It kind of hangs off. Okay. Now I need to use a DS09 or DS06. Dang, man. Let's flip to 5 different screws. DS06. 52 minutes. I got 8 minutes to get y'all out of here. Can I do it? DS06. Crap. Shoot. Flip into the big bit. I'm going to try this dry. Damn. There's no way you're getting out of here, not unless I cut the footage down. Probably see the top of my bald head right now. Okay, we got it started. Okay, that's in. Alright, let's hurry. I need a PS14 screw now. What the frick? Yet another screw pack, dumbasses. Why? Just use the same damn screws. I lost that one. Get another one out of the package. My big bit fits on it. We got a couple of brackets here, which I don't know which is which. We're going to be taking this thing, it looks like. Maybe. And this makes no sense at all. Goes like this. 94F. Wish these parts were labeled. I gotta get the bracket that goes on this side. 94F. help me out here. 94F, 94F. I can't tell even from that picture, like I think it's this one. But, I mean, just a black blob in the picture. We're going to use a PS14 on the inside where it's very difficult to get to. And we're going to screw that bracket on the outside with this. Son of a gun, Joey. Let me get my Joey out. What the frick? This can't be right. Yeah, PS14. What the hell did I grab? Is this a PS14? Guess so. Alright, got that started. Get this bracket. It's already in there. Hold it. Fuck! Impossible! Oh, sorry for the language. I think I can say that once and still PG-13. And you guys have absolutely zero visibility on what I'm trying to do here. But I'll show you in the end if I can. Because I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to screw this into something that's impossible to screw into. Okay. I don't get it, but I think I did that okay. It's just this piece, I don't know if it's supposed to go somewhere else or what, but so down in here, that's what we were trying to screw in. And you remember we had this piece and it just kind of, I don't know if it was supposed to dip into the holes. It's just kind of conveniently this little hose thing, not, it disappears in the instructions. So that's that. And we're about to tick over an hour. That's just how it is, I guess. This is how it is. Alright, the other bracket, I get to use a PS17 to hold it in. This one. This is, I think, where our hood pins are gonna, our latches are gonna be in, but PS17. So this big sucker So that's a bad design when you have like 50 different screws that you gotta try to flip back and forth to. Give me a break, standardize something. This is a pain in the ass. Just a straight up pain in the ass trying to get this done. Tedious and frustrating, how I would describe it. Come on. Screw in. We are so close to the finish line on this box. Okay, a little more tighter. Still loosey-goosey, and I think it may be stripping out, I don't know. Yeah, a little more. A little more. Okay, we're good now. Both those are good. Ow. Ow! Now somehow okay, so these hood pins, there's one, there's the other one, okay. So this little wire here is supposed to just kind of magically set inside of this bracket, I think. Am I supposed to tie it? Doesn't say. Just has it like just magically going there. Maybe that's a curve. What the heck? And does it go in the small hole or the big hole? We'll go small hole, and I guess I'm just gonna try. Am I gonna tie it? What a dumbass design. Because it's kind of a wire. I'm just gonna crimp it around. Kind of want to put it in a knot. That would look dumb. What a dumb ass design. I'm gonna try to knot it on itself, I guess. I don't know. This is dumb. This doesn't make any sense at all. None whatsoever. This may be dumb too, but that's how I'm gonna do it, I think. Do I have enough? Will I have enough to go up to the top though if I do that? Because I may just hose myself here. Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Tied it like that. Okay, that's how mine is on that side. See if I can duplicate on this other side. Struggle is real now. Struggle is real. And okay, that one came out even better. More better. I think I got a little more slack on that side. Now we are going to be done if these hood pin, oh, what the fudge? This piece sticking up. Did I put that in upside down? Did put that in upside down. Mother effer. Oh man. That's why that thing looked weird. There is a place. Okay, it'll be okay. We can flip it over. Shoot. Put this in upside down. Ah. Oh. Come on, tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Okay, that's fine. Snug it just a little bit more. I don't want to overdo it. Ah, that's how that's supposed to be. Now this place actually has a home, which you can't see because it's so dark in there. Okay. Crisis averted. Now let's see if we can flip this over. Let's see if our hood pins actually can set in place. Oh, this one's smashed over. You know what? Because I had this hood upside down. I must have smashed it. Mother effer, man. I smashed it, I broke it. But it's got no... Like if I move it too much, it's going to be completely toast. The hood goes up and down okay. That one's in. That one's pinned. I gotta be real careful with this one. Like, I don't know what that is. That's plastic or what, but it's just, it's about to come completely apart. I gotta try to glue it. If I can glue this one end back together, I think it's... Shit. If I keep bending it back and forth, it's gonna completely snap. Alright. Boom.